Well, hello, welcome back to the channel. Today's episode, we're going to take a look at a 143 scale Maisto Mercedes CLK GTR. Now guys, this is the first Maisto car that I've ever bought, and I've, quite frankly, never really been impressed with them. I hate saying this, but I kind of regarded Maisto as being like Barago, the bottom line of the scale, so to speak. And quite frankly, they never had a car that I really wanted that I couldn't get in Spark or IXO or what I consider to be a better brand. And while this car has some redeeming qualities, I still kind of feel that way about it nevertheless. And we'll cover that in just a second. But this is the first of two of these that I'm going to have. They're important historically for my my collection of the FIA season of 1997, 1999, where I got the Porsche. I'm going to have the Mercedes. I've got the Panos, and I'll have the McLaren F1 as well. But anyhow, getting back to this car, this was a GT1 spec car built and produced by Mercedes and their motorsport partner AMG for the FIA GT Championship in 1997. And this one, just like the Porsche 911 GT1, which you've seen videos of, I have two of them, was designed as a race car and homologated with road car only to meet FIA standards. The car was built in a mere 128 days as development was hastened by the purchase and the studying of a McLaren F1 GTR. Cheated! The chassis was carbon fiber and aluminum monocoque. The engine was a mid-mounted Mercedes-Benz LS 600 aspirated V12, which they eventually replaced with a V10, I think in like 1 year, with a top speed of 205 miles per hour. The transmission was a 6-speed sequential manual, and the car debuted in the 1997 FIA GT Hockenheim 4-hour, and its last event a year later was the FIA GT Silverstone 500 kilometer. The car competed in 13 races with 8 wins and 8 poles, and it won the FIA GT Championship in 1997 and 1998. What I thought was really interesting, the street version, the Straben version, was at the time the world's most expensive road car, retailing, get a load of this, for $1,547,620 US, and having been sold in 2021 for another one for $2,572,940 US. Quite a bit of money. Anyhow, this is a look at the Maesto version of this, and my overall impressions of it are, good. It comes packaged in this pretty cheesy box. Nice thing about it is that the car is visible from the front and from the rear, but not from the sides. And if you can take a look at the top of it, you can see in order to do so, it's really cheap and it's buckled. And this car, like most every 143 scale car, comes on a plastic base and has an acrylic jewel cover. Now the base I'm not crazy with. I like the black, but this wood panel finish looks like it came out of a 1970s station wagon. I think looks kind of cheesy. It doesn't really get me. And overall, God, I just feel like this car is so shiny, it wants to glow. I mean, the finish is nice on it, in general. The wheel detail is okay, not exceptional. You've got Bridgestone tires, which is kind of unusual on this. But overall, I mean, the casting, I think, looks really, really good. The black, like particularly if you look at the A pillar and the B pillar, it just glows like somebody's sprayed it with, I don't know. It just doesn't grab me, let's just put it that way. Come to take a look at the front of it. I'll tell you one thing that is really impressive about this particular car. It has a tow hook, what you'd expect from a better car, but notice that it actually has this plastic Mercedes logo, I don't know what you call it, sitting on the front of the hood. It's not imprinted on there. It's actually a plastic part they put on it. I think it is very impressive. One thing to clearly break, but it is on there. And it kind of surprises me that they went to that level of detail, but they did not bother to put an arial on the car. And one pet peeve I have with any modern car is not having an arial. It just really annoys the crap out of me. Thank God they do have a windshield wiper on. If you take a look at the interior looks all right, and we'll look at it from another angle, but not great. Now here's a look at the interior from the passenger side, and you can see the stick shift in there. And it's bright chrome colored, which I just think is just, again, is just overdone. Now, the livery on this car was the main reason that I got this. And when I saw it, I just had to have it because it's really cool. And it's kind of hard to see. You know, the blue is evident all over the front and the sides. But until we take an aerial view of the back of it, you really don't see how cool this is. And there you have it. It looks like they almost like they peeled the entire back of the car out, and they basically show you the engine without showing you the engine. It's just replicated in this livery, which I think is really, really cool. And that looks neat. Now, the rear wing is massive. It has a nice carbon fiber finish, which you can see through the Mobile 1 on it, and that looks really, really good. The back of it looks sharp, plastic tail lights, grille wheel looks good. You got the tow hook. And then it is ruined by that cheesy ass, God, I hate this, absolutely, and I'm going to say this fricking wood, whatever you want to call it. Oh, it almost makes me want to vomit. But yeah, folks, that wraps this up. Let me know what you think. Take care. See you next time.